No hang-ups. Hi, this is Jane. I'm completely broke. Yesterday I went to play racquetball. Just to get started, it cost me $80 for the racket, $10 for balls, $50 for sneakers, $75 for the sweatsuit, and $20 for court rental. No wonder they call it racquetball. Beep. Welcome back to Sassy Granny Vlogs. Woo-hoo! I'm so happy. I'm so excited. Yeah, buddy. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to my house. And this is Tuesday. It's after lunch now. I've had my lunch and everything, and I even did some dishes. And then I got back in here in my craft room, and I got to working on something else that y'all are probably not even going to remember it. Because I started this thing, how long ago? Ages ago now, it seems like. And I get, when there's like, I don't know, what I consider tedious work, that I'm slow anyway. And it takes me so long, and I don't know, I just can't work on it very much at the time, just a very little bit at a time. Well, I got that out and started working on it, and guess what, y'all? I finally finished it. So my paint chip book is put together, and now it's ready to work in. Woo-hoo! Yes! There she is. Now, I had to change up. If you remember, I was trying to hand sew this all together. Let me turn her around. Let me get it like this. So I started out with hand sewing. See these little pieces of thread? The signatures in. And I was putting the last ones in first in the back. So it was all of these back here that I was hand sewing in. Well, I'm not a very good sewer anyway. And so some of these started ripping a little bit. So the thread was starting to come out and everything. And so I started seeing that was not going to hold up, and it would fall apart. So I decided not to do it that way. Now, I didn't do anything to those that I sewed in. I didn't take them out. See how loose this thread right there is? It's probably going to come out. I don't know if there's a knot there. It might be a little knot. But anyway, I'm not going to worry about that right now. I'll worry about it when and if they ever do start trying to come out, the back ones that I had sewed in. But the front ones, I decided to go ahead and do it the other way. So I punched holes. See, that's my knot there at the end of that. I'm holding the knot, but the thread is loose. You know, way up here, the knot's supposed to be down there, I think. I don't know. Anyway. So I started punching holes. And at first I used a pink, little small, thin, baker's twine. And that's what I was wanting that baker's twine for. And so I started using my new baker's twine. And so that's this right here, so purple. And see, I pull it tight. And I think I get it tight, but then somehow or another it ends up loose anyway. So, whatever. I do the best I can. And I tried to get all of these as close and snug together as I could. And they're not. And some of them are like in here crooked and all. But hey, I got them all in here. They all have their 3-hole punches, and the baker's twine is, sewed in through the holes with a needle. And I made it to where they all come out here and tied a knot. And I just cut them all short like this to hang and dangle a little bit. So now, I left that one out, I see. Let me fix that. So now that all the signatures are in, which is all paint chip sample pamphlets and things, she is ready to work in. I need to kind of glue that down a little bit. I see it's coming up. So I'll have to do that. I'll do it off camera though. But she does, you know, still meet pretty good here at the edge and everything. And so I'm happy and excited about it. She's ready to start working in, and I got the little small paint chip pieces, and I got, you know, the bigger like postcard style, and I'm going to use them to make pockets with and tags and glue them in here. And this will be my paint chip folder, journal. I don't know why I said folder. Paint chip folder journal. I love it and I'm excited. So I've got her ready to go. Alright guys, just wanted to share that with y'all. So I'll let you go and I'll see y'all in the next clip. Toots until then. Hello everybody. Good morning. It's sometime in the morning time before lunch on this Tuesday. Okay. Since I'm caught up on some of my crafts, I am anxious to get my room turned around like I had thought. Things always take me forever. So what I'm going to do, I've kind of changed my mind a little bit. Remember I was going to paint my shelves? I was going to have to take them to hubby shop, use his sander, his electric sander to sand them, you know, before I could paint them. I don't want to go through all that. It takes forever. I can't even buy my cans of spray paint that I need for it. And look right there. I have a thing full of paint, and I have paints all up here. You know, I don't care. I know you're really supposed to sand it and all of that kind of stuff. I don't care about that. If it peels off, I don't care. So what? I'll have it for a little bit anyway. I am ready to get my room turned around. So what I am going to do differently is I'm fixing to go ahead. I'm going to take the stuff off of the top of the heart-shaped tables. I'm going to set them down. I'm going to set the next coffee table down. I'm going to take everything off of this coffee table. I'm going to wipe it down. And I'm going to get my paint brushes and my paints out. I'm going to do purple because I wanted it purple. And I am going to, what I'm going to do, I'm not sure yet if I want to paint the legs. I may paint the legs or I may leave them. But I want to paint the side and the ends and the other side all the way around. And then I'm thinking about painting just maybe, you know, maybe this front half purple. And kind of try to keep it. I'm not going to measure to make sure it is. So it won't end up really being exactly the same width all the way around. But I'm going to do something like that. And I may just do that and not the legs. I'm not sure about the legs yet. But when I get that painted, while it's drying, I am going to, when I move these, I'm going to move them over a ways so that nothing's here in my way. So I could actually pull this table back to give me more room over there to work in. I'm going to move the magazine rack here. And Gracie's desk, I'm going to scoot it down. And I am going to try to straighten her desk up a little bit, along with her stuff here that's on the end of the table. Try to get it all looking a little bit better, nice and neat. Then when that dries, and it shouldn't take it too long, since it's not the whole table, I'm going to bring it in and set it right there. Then I will be ready to take the next table, and I want to do the same thing with it. Of course, on it, the way the legs are so cute, I do want to paint the legs. I want to paint the tops of the legs and the edge around. And maybe a little bit, like I said, around the top there. We'll see. Then once it dries, and I know all of this is not going to get done today. I'm just explaining to y'all what I'm doing, what I'm going to do. Then I will set it on top of that table over here. Then these tables are not going to go back on top of it because I'm going to set these. No. That was not what I was going to do. Because they won't both sit on that small one. It ain't wide enough. So I'm going to set them, both of them carts, on top of this one table over here. Against that wall behind the door. My door will stand out like this then. Then this table, when I get it painted and it dries, it's going to go right there. And the heart tables, I'm not going to paint. Well, I was to begin with, so maybe I will. Because I was going to do them purple and these pink. So what I'll do is the legs and then around the side edge of the hearts up there. I don't know if I'll do the top or not. We'll see. I mean, it's got glass in it. They both had glass, but one of them, their glass broke out. Because you can put things inside of them. But the frame part around, the wood part around the glass, you know, I could paint over. I don't know. When that time comes, we'll see. But I'll set both of them back on top of this coffee table, sitting over here. And then those won't go back on it because those I'm going to have on my table here. Anyway, then this will be cleared out and I can turn my table and push it against the window. And then get my table fixed up nice and neat the way I want it. That is my plans. I don't know how long it'll take me to get a rug to put in the middle of my floor. But basically, everything else will be the same. That's all I'm changing. Okay. And I just wanted to share that with y'all. Let you know I'm fixing to get started on that. I will show y'all my progress as I go. Alright. Toots until the next clip. Okay, guys. This is what I got done. So, all of the tables are moved. You can see I've propped my thing up. My phone is plugged up to it now. And those were under the coffee table. I haven't moved them yet. So here's my heart tables. And I set the stuff back on top of it. And then here's this table with just these two things on it. So what I've done over here, Gracie's chair that was on the other side of my table, I pulled it out to put all that little stuff on. Now, I just set my coffee table behind me. Oh well. So I got my little setup here. I put my paint papers down that I keep to use for things like this when I paint. And then I've set the table up here. I got my purple paint, my palette, my knife, Lord have mercy, my paintbrush. And I'm fixing to paint it. Alright. I'll show y'all when it's done. Okay. See y'all in a little bit in the next clip. Toots until the end. Okay, guys. So this is where I'm at so far. I have done put 3 coats of paint. Now, I'm not the best painter. And if it don't look perfect and good and right and smooth, it's probably got, you know, mess-ups, mistakes. I don't care. It's mine. It's for me, for here at my home, in my room. It's just fine. So all I've done is trimmed around the edges, and I've got a border. I'm calling this a whimsical border. Because see, as I told y'all, it's not straight. And see this? This is from something else that used to be on here at one time, a long time ago. And you know what? I don't care. I'm not sanding it. I'm just leaving it. It's perfectly fine. So, that's what I'm doing. I got 3 coats on it already, and that's all it needs. And this is all I'm doing to it. I've decided I'm not even going to paint the legs. So, I'm fixing to set it down over there. I have done even straightened up and rearranged this. I've decorated this pretty. Got my monkey hanging here on the front. I've put these punches and things here. I've straightened that like that. And I got to push my felt in better. I'll do that once I get it on the table back here. Okay. And then I'll show y'all when I get that done. Okay. Be back in a little bit in the next clip. Toots until then. And there she is. That's the table. And I did, when I was putting them on there, because them things are heavy, I just picked them up with the drawers in and everything on top. That's how I do things. I was able to pick it up, so that's fine with me. So yeah, I scratched my paint a little bit. Putting, you know, after I set it up there and pushing it back and getting it fixed just right. But that's okay, I'm all right with that. And her table, her desk is out of the way good. And I may scoot it more over right up against the table. I don't know, we'll see. It's according to how much room I'm gonna need over here when I turn my table long ways. But I still gotta move all this and put it under there and all that. But when I get that done and get my table here, I'll come back and show y'all. There's the empty spot. I still gotta sweep that out and everything. All right, see y'all in a little bit in the next clip. Toots until then. Okay, guys, this is where I'm at. So I moved my coffee table over, moved my hearts over, so I could get to this corner over here good and work. See that right there? I bumped it and knocked another shelf loose, the bottom one. I had mine and Gracie's crab shells we'd painted on it. I took it down and laid it there. I'm thinking about just chunking it. It's not worth it. It's not going to hold up good enough. So anyway, not the crab shells, but the pieces that I made the shelf with. I don't know what to do with them. It's not a good shelf. But anyway. So I got over here and I swept. And I moved cords behind my diamond painting. Straightened that corner up. And so I got my table here now. I moved Gracie's down right next to the coffee table. Her little desk. And then I moved my table down. I have not dealt with her stuff yet. It just, I look at it and it's overwhelming. I don't know what to do with it. So, anyway, her chair's there. Yes, boxes under there. I got all that moved under there. And then I've set it up like this. I can take the tripod and sit it on the floor and make it tall to look over. It might work that way for when I'm crafting. Instead of having it sit there on the end of my table. I'm seriously thinking about getting rid of the blue containers. They're just too big. It takes up too much room. I gotta find some other way to store my glues and stuff though. And you know, that book that I keep all the papers in now, from there is my side. That's hers. Now, we share the paint papers. But anyway, I'm not through setting it up the way I wanted to. All of these, like my cute purple drawers, all the little boxes, all of those little boxes, so all of the little boxes, all of those little boxes, all of them little boxes, these little boxes, them little, oh, if I don't fall down, them little boxes. Now, not these, I don't think. I was going to keep them in here. And I'll probably keep that one in here. Or I may move it over here, I don't know. I wanted to move them all over here and let them be sitting all across the back of this table against the wall to be close to me. But that would mean Gracie would have to clear this out, you know, and give me room. And I wanted them handy. I was going to kind of try to stack them on top of each other a little bit. Have my things handy to use when I worked. That's what I was wanting. That's what I was imagining. It hadn't happened yet. Still got to figure all that out. Another thing, I am already tired. I'm hurting. My back's hurting, I guess, from picking those things up. I am thinking seriously about not painting any more tables. Takes too long. I wasn't going to paint any more today anyway. I was going to wait till tomorrow to paint that one. But that means they'd have to sit like this, and I'd have to wait before I could get those placed in place and all that. And I got to sweep all that up and dust it out, pour it out. Still got to push the felt up in there. But I am thinking seriously about not painting them and just going ahead and dusting and moving the stuff over here and getting it set up, because I'm just ready for this to be done and finished with, and the floor swept and cleared out. So I think that's what I'm fixing to do. Okay, guys. So I will go and I'll show that to you when I get through. Be right back. Okay, guys, it's done. So there you go. Now, that carousel with my pens and scissors and markers and stuff like that and rulers, that also needs to be over here on the table. I just got too much stuff. Too many big containers that hold stuff to be able to have it all around me on one table where I sit and craft. But that's what I wanted. Y'all got any ideas? Let me know. Because I really want all that stuff right here. Alright, I got it done. I'm not going to paint. I had to do like the points of the heart tables. That's the points of both of them right there. They're pointing towards each other. So they're both turned in instead of sitting straight, because they wouldn't fit with the legs. I had to get the legs all the way up on it. So see, that's that heart around that way. And I have swept the floor. This is like paint and stuff that is stuck on the floor. There's a pink spot over there on the floor. But anyway, so this is my room now. And we're already at 20 minutes on this video. We're going over a little, so I'm going to go ahead and say bye here. And yes, I chunked my shelf. I'm just tired of everything that don't look good and don't work right. So anyway, alright, I'm going to let y'all go and I'll get started on the next video, and I'll see y'all in the next vlog. Toodaloo!